work. We are making this clip to tell all our viewers that we are healthcare professionals, nurses working for the NHS in England. We are not medical doctors. We're here to raise awareness of all non-communicable diseases. Example of them is diabetes, hypertension, the cancers, and all other health issues that we know are affecting our people. We are not here to prescribe. We are not here to diagnose. We're just here to tell people about some diseases so that when we tell them about the signs and symptoms, they'll be able to watch out for these signs and symptoms and go to their medical doctors or their healthcare providers. The videos we play are taken from YouTube, where everybody goes to look for information. They are not ours. So with this, I just want people to know that all we're doing here is raising awareness of these diseases, because not all of our people can go on YouTube and access the information. Thank you very much for watching us, and please continue to watch us, because you will learn how to take care of yourself, because health is wealth. Good evening again, my family. We don't come back today at the health show, our Voice of Salone TV. With me, when I present our Salome Heights. I hope so we all don't get the Eid, and God don't give you the blessings of the Eid. The one that will not be able to keep the fast, for respect the month of Ramadan, the holy month. We know say them do stuff for make Allah go forgive them. We then do the right thing. We will keep up to the end. We know say for sure Allah will give you the blessings and give you more years for make we continue for observe the most important one of the 5 pillars of Islam. I hope say we are all well and we are family they well. And I hope say we are go join with today. We get questions, we ask, we get contributions for make, we make. Today I want for Moku to talk about sexually transmitted diseases or infections. So we can always call them sexually transmitted infections because they're not infection. For now, you get a sexually transmitted infection, not at the end of the world, but because they're not disease them or not something where they get effects on your body, we go do we best, or we for try for do we best for let we know waiting at them disease here, and waiting we for do for me we stop them, let them not get power over we. Because if they get power over we, then get health consequences, then get bad health outcomes where they go get over we body. One of them, now for make woman not get belly when he forget the belly or when he wants to forget the belly. Then now for make he get difficulty getting pregnant. Then now for make the woman not go get belly when he want to get belly. If you continue for a long time, you go end up not born. And it go affect the picky when you belly when a young baby, you know even see yet where they form, or the baby where you born go get a problem just because of the disease or the infection or they get, or they do mommy and daddy business. Because what they say sexually, now way they do mommy and daddy business, the sick the way they get from that mommy and daddy business, none of the sexually transmitted infections. So, like I say, it will get effect on you self your own body as a human being. For woman, it will make for there you get a belly the way you don't fat for tea, you not go get them. For the man self, it can affect the man self way you not go able for get that good water for let it give belly. So now sick them way go unbog the new baby, and some of them are sick the way not they well. So when I tell you say this sick are not well, what you they try for do you for try for prevent yourself or avoid them from may you know get them, because when you get them, na problem. So today we talk about the consequences or waiting at the bad thing that will go happen to you if you get the infection there so and you not treat them. Now make we say consequences of untreated sexually transmitted infections. You go get the infection, everybody can get the infection, some man go get them, but now when you left her, you not treat them. You not go hospital, you not go to your doctor for say, doctor, now this don't happen to me, I want medicine for her. where you hide them as most people can do with infection. Now then they make it go get bad effect on you. So one thing we are from to talk about now, na chlamydia. When most people don't know self. Chlamydia self na infection where they unbug you, when a bacteria infection, where you know they get and pass through mommy and daddy business. You know, say we get people that way, not to one person and they do mommy and daddy business with. So say they get 2-3 wife, then they get 2-3 girlfriend. So say the woman self is married, but he get 2-3 boyfriend. So now so the circle the day. Where you go around that you go to the infection, the other person where they can do the mommy and daddy business with you, instead they get them. And your people that way they go get the mommy and daddy business with, then self they get her. So you see how the circle they go round and round and round. So what that the advice say, if you want to do mommy and daddy business, protect yourself, especially if you get more than one person where they do mommy and daddy business with. Not just they go do free engine. Because where you get this infection, yeah, so take it there, you know they even know say you get them, you go there just they go and spread them. For instance, check like HIV. HIV where they tell on your immune system, cold self catch you, if you not take them, go kill you. Now, I mean, most of people that will get HIV, then they die of pneumonia because a cold number they catch them, their lungs they collapse, then they die. So all them sick here, so if you no one gets them, either you sick to you one partner, the one that you have, or you want serious girlfriend you get, or you protect yourself. They get so many control. They get condoms then, even woman then. They get condom where woman self go use. If you know how to do mommy and daddy business free engine, bone to bone, try you get your condom where they use. Because if you not use condom every day, they do mommy and daddy business free engine, you get infection there, you not treat that infection there. So say you young, by the time when you old, you don't already now say, I don't touch you, I don't 40, I want for born picking, because people then now they're not born early because they're not career people then. The woman they want for the university, they want to go get a PhD, they now they bring picking because picking go hinder their studies. The time they're ready now, because of this infection where they be done, they're not treat them. Now they go for go get picking, the infection and bug them. So chlamydia, na infection where they itself na through mommy daddy business you dey get them. And some time day this chlamydia, yeah, it not they give you no symptom. You know they know say you get them. And if you look again, it will give you pelvic inflammation. Pelvic inflammation where they give you. What's in with pelvic? With pelvic, man or woman we get pelvic. With pelvic, na the portion of we body where they between we belly and we waist side. We waist, so side with the tie with your sister, you pelvic down there. The woman they is different, smaller than the man they you. The woman they it's like V shape. The man they not get V shape because we get that canal where like they would born where the picking and the pass. So the man they not get down there, but they still get the same pelvic because like the area that way they support you guts, like you belly, where go make it not go run down. So now that in with pelvic. So when you get an infection, yeah, the first thing what they do to you, now for make it give you that pelvic inflammation. What's in our pelvic inflammation? If you say something inflamed, that means it's painful, it's tender. So let's see how you don't know say you get pelvic inflammation. You they do mommy and daddy business, you they feel pain. You they go past water, you they feel pain. So take it for the woman, every month you period they come. So take it now, inside 2 months, you period go car almost same. You know they can 110 or more, you go they can half. If you get all the symptoms and they know say something wrong, now for go hospital. Not sit down and say, oh, now this they do me, now this they do. Not diagnose yourself, go see doctor. Because if now infection you get, you not treat them, you the woman, they go and bug your fallopian tube. Your fallopian tube now inside the sperm and they meet for let them meet up and form baby. If that your fallopian tube they don't unbug, you the woman. It don't nyama, it don't unbug, you don't know. Always you get belly hearts, you period the car, you get belly hearts. Inside the months, 4, 5, 10, you get belly hearts. You know wetin na this belly heart. You know they go hospital. Now so you go down pour the fallopian tube when I inside the pikin for day, take kind of you womb. When you ready now for born, that's how the other nyama you not go able for born pikin again. The man themself wetin do something like chlamydia, they unbug them. Then self outside the sperm they produce, outside na the man in your side where the sperm they form. Now inside the testicles, those are what they say the balls. Now inside the sperm they form. So if you get something like this sexually transmitted infection, outside they go and bug now. Outside these balls, they when I did the sperm they make back. So if outside the manufacture the sperm os, outside na the sperm they manufacture, don't and bug. You know say the sperm self when you go produce go down and bug. You not go able for get that heavy bullets the way you go fire for let you score, let you get belly. So now this now the problem where we they get from the sexually transmitted infection. Yeah, so where if you get them, you for go hospital for make them treat you. They go give you antibiotics. Then go try for teach you about how you go use the thing that way for prevent you from making not better. If you get sexually transmitted infection, you not treat them. Now that they do to you. You know go born pikin, how you the tell where you are for born, especially if every other time, because some people then they're not a year. You go don't do so say you don't go to two different man them, or you do man, you don't go to two different woman them. You don't do mommy and daddy business with them. You know they know now who I really don't give you this sick. You know they know that don't give you this sick. 10 they reach now, so say you go get symptoms. And the symptoms the way you go get now where you dey piss, you dey feel am, then a painful or burning sensation where you dey piss. So take it there, the woman, in go they get discharge, then infection, and they can bring some bad smell when they come up at the woman. So take it there, you go say na yeast infection. But not just diagnosis and say, oh, na yeast infection. Go let you then go test you, let them know say na yeast infection no more you get. When a common infection, it's not too bad, but it they pull bad smell, bad thing they come up at you, then tick, thing they come up at you, it they smell. When I say, woman, you got you smell when a natural smell, but that bad smell, you know, say an infection. Always you better let it hurt you. When they go peace, you they feel it. The one when they do mommy and daddy business, but you they feel them. Always you they in pain. Even that they make you not able for grief for let you and the man do mommy and daddy business. You know go want get intercourse with your man because always you they in pain. If that they happen to you, you know say na infection you get. Now for go seek help. Always you get belly heart. And if you get infection, because your white blood cells they don't boku now your body, they don't overcome the red blood cells there. You go always get fever. You see? Always you get high fever. And so every time you get fever, and so your body they done, they go they ask you, hey, but what's your body done so? But you know they grieve for talk, you know they grieve for go hospital. So if you see you they get that kind of symptoms, yeah, as a woman especially, you they get like sore them, like so food, like croc, they come up at your woman side. Or then bump that they come on at your woman side. You get for make sure say you go hospital. You get pain, or when they wet you, they feel like they burn you like saying a pepper you rub, the piece they burn you. We don't say piece get salt, it they burn. But if you not get so food, you don't get anything, you they piece, you know they feel it. You know they burn you at all. But if you see you don't begin piece, it they burn you, they feel it, no say you get infection and for go hospital. Then the man them back. You know they do woman business, you don't no more water they come up now you daddy inside. You for no say this, not to tea way common. You for go hospital. If you they get discharged from that side there, you get for go hospital and then go check you. You the man self again. When you they do my man daddy business and don't reach for let you come, you they feel them because so foot's not the inside the thing now, you they feel them. If you they get them pain then they now for go hospital let them go treat you. Not just sit down say, oh, na stress or na this, na that, because na that way they do, they always diagnose yourself. When something do it, instead of we go hospital, we go to diagnose yourself, say na this, na that. Not diagnose yourself. Sexually transmitted infection, they're very bad. Imagine like HIV. Most people can get them when they do drugs. Then they share needle. Where this person use the same needle inject himself for do drugs. Like that one where they do their recreation drugs them. When I use the same needle, you go get hepatitis. And the bad one are hepatitis C. Where you not get cure, you not get medicine. Then the other one then they can give you vaccine for them. The other one and the way you get her, they go cure you. Or they go tell on you liver. Some people they know they survive that day. So if you know say you dey go do mommy and daddy business free engine, stop for do that day and protect yourself. Because in the long run, it go ambog you. When you not young girl, you know get no plan you say you dey married, or you not young boy, you not get plan you say you dey married. You go do mommy and daddy business with boku woman there. That na your choice. They say young people enjoy in their youth. They say when you young now you for enjoy. Okay, enjoy, but at the same time they enjoy, you supposed to protect yourself. Because if you not protect yourself tomorrow, and this kind of thing ain't gonna happen to you. So the infection what they call chlamydia, it is ambog man, it is ambog woman. Like this time we dey self now this the diaspora where we dey, you dey England, you dey America, then they even give pikin them, we not even sabi man business yet. Woman them, girl picking them. Then they give them injection now for me them protect them from that thing there. But we will they raise the awareness here so for people in a salon. We not get that kind of injection in a salon. We young picking them go there 15, 16, they don't begin for do mommy and daddy business. Nobody now they teach them at school say where you don't begin for do mommy and daddy business and for protect yourself. Go na my systems that go give you condom. Go na my systems that go give you coil for let you not get belly. They go do PPA for you for plan. Let you not get belly when you go school. But if you not go tell them say you don't begin do mommy and daddy business, you want to help you with preventive like the condom. They're not going to say you don't begin for do that day. But lots of organizations then they way they do that day. So you need for go to them and for make them help you. Because every year you they get that infection, they one or two every year, 2, 3 times they get the same infection. As you the woman, your body so delicate. Every year they get that infection. So say if they damage you, you don't know. The time when you go ready now say, hey, I don't ready for born. Where you go now then say, the side way you born side all day, don't pull. You don't go born again. Now that's saying now with the lipa with man, with the lipa with mama the mates, with the lipa with auntie the way, hate we don't know the life we don't live before. It just sound like way first where people that can just go do mommy and daddy business and then get belly. Then go hospital, they go put the belly. Then tell rich now certain I want to pick you, God, you don't mark say you the born. You don't go pull them to picking and day. Wait till you now follow you born, you not get the born. You begin for blame which man, you begin for blame saying that this person responsible. So now this we they try for teach people, especially with people that are salon. Because this health education where they do not so everybody get access to it. People then they get disease whether they suffer from, they not even know. Say then they suffer from them disease then they. So I mean they talk about where you pelvic they inflame. Where you pelvic inflame, na pain for you. That means say bacteria dey. Anytime they tell you say inflammation, they go say you get inflamed shoulder. Now because you don't get pain there, sometimes you get arthritis there, it inflame. If they tell you say you gum inflame, that means say something don't happen to your teeth will make you gum inflame, it painful. So now the same thing they happen. If they tell you say you get inflamed pelvic, that means say something there, maybe bacteria there they were not supposed to there. It will cause you for make you dey in pain. It will cause you for make you sick. So I don't tell you and say the thing that really make you know say you get a sexually transmitted infection. You the woman you go get so foot there or bumps there. You know like when man they can shave where they not they use the proper shaving razor. Whether they get that bump there na their face, you they see some man they go begin go back and they treat themselves for that bump there. Now that kind of bump there they talk we go dey by you woman part. It dey so big bump then they. And not so tina they way normal because normally you not get bump there. If you see you get bump, they know say something happen. Then even now you waste suicide they poo, then bump they all go there because the infection it can spread. So if you there you dey hear me, you get that kind of infection and then you get bump then and you waste so you dey poo poo, you get am by you mommy and daddy place, na for go hospital let they treat you. You get painful or when you dey piss e painful and e dey burn you, na for go hospital. You the man, you dey get water dey come up and you like when you dey piss, when not to piss, na for go hospital, because all this na the thing them where they show you say something wrong. For you the woman, you go dey get bad smell they come up on you. If you touch yourself, you go see say you get some thick thing where they were not supposed for day. If you dey get down, they know say you for go hospital. You dey get pain where you dey do my man daddy business, you period they come 2 weeks, they come back, or something you go just see blood, then the next day you not see them. If you dey do all that as a woman, no say you get infection and for go hospital. So second day, the T-cell can swell. If you think swell, not so normal thing down there. You know, if you grain area back, outside you grain the way they wear you pants, outside the pants line day. If that is back they swell by you for no say something wrong, because they one and then they call you lymph nodes. They're not for swell for nothing. It will mean say something wrong. You get for go hospital. Then always you get belly heart. You do man, always you get belly heart. If you get belly heart, always you need for go hospital. Let them go check. Waiting at this belly heart. Then always you get fever. You always get fever. You go get rash. Sometimes they get rash. Now you hand them, even by your body, they get rash all down day. If you know they get rash all the time, then you just see now every other week you get rash now your body. Now down day you for try for avoid. So when I've been say chlamydia, it above your female reproductive organ, then I will say you picking the past inside your womb. Even your womb go get it go get inflamed if you they get infection all the time. And you know, say we womb with the woman, then I know the most delicate part it get where you can to decide where they born. So if you get this pelvic inflamed, then all that they get for ambog you. Some man can even get ectopic pregnancy, where the belly where they say you fallopian tube they be it go sick, it go weak. Where the pikin sit down there now, another power for push that pikin for go inside your womb for go develop. What thing go happen now inside the left, then they say you get ectopic pregnancy, then get for go operate by you, then pull that pikin way not form, then that's ending now that tube self now that fallopian tube, then they don't ambog. You don't go to forget belly on that side again because the two for work together. So you 100 chances for make you get belly. If you get chlamydia, you not go treat them. Say you get ectopic pregnancy, then go do operation and cut that tube there. Now 50% you get for me you get belly. So you get for be careful. So it can affect your fallopian tube, and then if you affect your fallopian tube, it don't make you don't get infertility. You not go born picking. So now then we for try do for make we go hospital if we get an infection. Yeah, so we they get infection, everybody they get them. Everybody they get them. Some man they submit themselves so much that if they go do my man daddy business with woman this net, tomorrow morning if they don't get the infection then they know. Because as you see that they go for go pass water, they don't know straight for say something wrong. And that time they go no straight for say, now that baby will come out to so. Now that don't happen. But with the woman there, it has for them will know. So say you know they know say where you don't taper you don't cause damage. Now that time you go know. So do ya make we try, make we not just they go do free injury mommy and daddy business. No, we try back for protect yourself. Gonorrhea and the other one. It's so common that once you they do mommy and daddy business with 1, 2, 3 people there, it's quick for me you get them. Instead now the same thing. The same symptoms I go give you where you go for go peace, you go feel pain, the piece they burn you, like the man then they go get that water they come up and they run out to peace and they go peace, the woman themselves the same thing, the bad smell. The gonorrhea and the chlamydia all two are the same way it happen. And it ambog, the more you get and the more it ambog your reproductive system. That are the same way God don't make say that day you born day. The more you get the infection, and the more that side they bad for you. Then in future now, you go one born picking, you're not able for born picking. That's ending now, you they blame this, you they blame this, you they blame that. The other one I want to talk about again, they call it genital herpes. Then they own, I know say now people that know about them, but not everybody know about them. It not get medicine safe. That genital herpes, they not get medicine at all. Instead na the same thing, like why they talk about them bump the way go they pa you pa the mommy or they pa the daddy, na the same thing. Instead you go get them bump then they it go they burn you, where the PC they burn you. It always they the so food always they. Then the worst now, if you get belly, you get that genital herpes day. If you burn the pikin, they not do cesarean pa you for pull the pikin. If you burn the pikin the normal way, the pikin go eye they pass, it touch that herpes day, it go pana. It possible say that pikin they get that herpes day. And then it's very, very important. Because a young baby, they bring a kind of the world as they can, you don't get that infection. They herpes, they not get medicine for that yet. It always did about woman when they get belly, it can begin hurt them. It inflame, it swell up, it red, it begin hurt you, but it not get medicine. They go just give you cream there, they rub there for let the painfulness go. But it not get medicine. They're gonna they go give you good antibiotics we go menu. Chlamydia self they go give you medicine, but herpes not get medicine yet. Then they try, but not get medicine. If you see you don't get her, now take go. And we sabi say the world in yard also open that boku way they now people that they do mommy and daddy business. If you know man where you let for play with your wife, put you more to side, you know say you for put her or you put her outside, you know say you know for put her anyhow you choose for do, you for be careful. Because if herpes day, you go there, you catch them. You don't catch them. In a well, now you're into the day now, forever. So we therefore be careful. Whether they do my man daddy business with some play then they, whether they play then they with. Because some people then they will play with and that play day, you don't play with your life. So we don't talk about gonorrhea, we don't talk about chlamydia first, now we don't talk about gonorrhea. They're all two so simple or similar than are the same way that they ambog you. Same way they go ambog you. And you get other complications and back where they ambog, where you get this mommy and daddy business, you get lots of other complications and back where go ambog you. Because this here na bacteria, not just bacteria infection, where something in there, not so like where you get like HIV, where in a virus. This virus na bacteria, now make them they treat her with antibiotics. But again, with people that are SALONE, if they cough small, they say na infection, then they go buy antibiotics and drink them. Okay, you dey cough, you don't drink all kind of cough medicine, you know well. Sometimes you get chest infection, but not just pepper doctor yourself. Go let them go give you the proper antibiotics so you for take. Because if small thing do you, small cough catch you, small cold, you don't go take antibiotics. The antibiotics then now then they affect the virus and now the bacteria the way we get, then they affect the antibiotics. Sometimes they may work. So not just take antibiotic because if the time way you need them, you don't misuse her, it then your body may work again. When you get the infection, then go give you take and now they work for you. So today, my family, if one of the join we will talk about untreated sexually transmitted diseases, where now disease the way they make in future, it go difficult for you for get pikin because it go ambog and destroy or damage outside you born day. For umano, for mano, it go destroy outside you born day. It go make the man they not go produce the sperm, where go good for make it produce pikin. It go make the woman themselves the side where the pikin and go lead them. Outside the egg they form, they self go damage, you not go able for do that. So we need for take care of ourselves. So chlamydia, like we say, gonorrhea and a bacterial infection, it go cause you forget that pelvic inflammatory disease. That's why I say no more. We pelvis them, the man and the woman, then we all get pelvic. We will own a funnel shape because all the born are through that pelvic, then we begin the pass. Una demand them, una own different, but we all get her because nine are the team where they support we got, where we got not go come out and go any side. So now you pelvic that they between if they between you navel and you bottom belly, that area they na you pelvic. So you need for take care of that side. So it will make your reproductive place all usai you they reproduce. So say reproduce that usai you picking go pass. If you get an infection, yeah, so you know the men it will make you go be infertile. And we know Africa, people that they don't go through that. The people that they get big or good threshold for pain, they go get all them pain and then go bear them, they not go hospital. Then tomorrow now 5 years, 10 years down the line, the infection done yama inside all them body, then they go now for go get picking and say, you fallopian tube don't ambo, you the man, you sperm count don't low, you're not going to forget picking anymore. So now make we they teach we people them for make they know say sexually transmitted diseases if you go untreated, it will make tomorrow you not go able for born picking. So like I said, chlamydia and gonorrhea, it will make even the picking them, you the born picking them if una the member somebody they go down born picking, it they get boku dotina and yai. You know, then they born young baby, you go see the yai swell so. Dirty they come out, they like not tough, they come out inside yai. Now because in mama get infection where it gets in belly, that infection they don't go to the picking yai. So even the young baby then back, you go born them with all the infection and it's not fine for them. Because they not ask you for born them and when you don't bring them out of the world, you don't can get the eye infection where if you not treat tomorrow then go get eye problem. You see, so we need for take care of dandy. So today we talk about sexually transmitted diseases if they are not treated and the thing that will go happen to you. We don't talk about chlamydia where if you not treat them it will cause you not for born picking. We don't talk about gonorrhea when are the most common one where people that they get because chlamydia the people in Africa, I don't know how many of we the Africa we know about chlamydia. Say that kind of infection they but it day. We don't know how much people they know and we don't know how much people them don't suffer and where they like say they're not able for born picking. But all that day because of we mentality, we also be lots of things where it comes to medical will not get this health education, we will always attribute it to something. Then like I be they say for the HIV as well, instead now something where lots of people they suffer from them. Although now they get medicine the way they give people them for HIV, but if you get HIV then they even discourage you for letting you not born picking. Or if you born picking, where you ready for born, they go do Caesar per you or cesarean, then pull the picking so that you blood they not go and the picking let yourself get the infection. Although now this side of the world, they get lots of interventions so that they do, they get lots of things that way they do, where the mommy go get AIDS, but where born the picking, not they get her. They get all that technique they know now. But for people that are SALONE, what did them get? Even the medicine for them give them free in a problem. And I will say now they can't get belly, how they go born. So it's very, very difficult for make with people that survive with all the health crisis where they. Not so all man get money for go Ghana. Not so all man get money for fly out. And we as adults that now we responsible for our own health. If you not take care of yourself, nobody not going to take care of you. Not so governments go take care of you, you get for take care of yourself. So today we talk about untreated sexually transmitted diseases. We don't talk about chlamydia, we don't talk about gonorrhea, we don't talk about the genital herpes, where in the doctor we say they not get medicine. The other one back where we talk about syphilis. Syphilis back now sexually transmitted disease. If you know men and back, it's a bacteria they cause that. And some man them, then they really suffer from syphilis, say it kill them. You know, get for make let this sick kill you. If you get them, now for talk to people then. Go hospital. No hide them. If you hide sick, it will kill you. So syphilis itself, now bacteria they cause them, and it go again, woman can get syphilis. And if you get her, you get belly back, you they transfer it to you picking. So we get to be very careful whether are we people that want to do mommy and daddy business with. Because if you're not careful, you go born picking, Now this life here, when a problem no more you go can get. This is a very serious sexual disease. It hardly shows sign. For men, if you urinate, the end of the urine becomes milky. Okay, for the Bundu, thank you very much for joining us, and we appreciate your comments. Yeah, what see, Mr. Bundu, they say here is, he say it's a very serious sexual disease wey no dey show no sign, and for man dem for let you know if you get am when you dey piss. By the time when you dey piss done, the piss dey turn like na milk na im dey comot. So say the sperm na wata it turn like milk. So we really appreciate you, Mr. Bundu. Send you message, send you comment and everything. Yeah. Chika, Wasaka, chlamydia. Okay, chlamydia is a common STD that can infect both men and women. It can cause serious permanent damage to the woman's reproductive system. This can make it difficult or impossible for her to get pregnant later on. Chlamydia can always cause potentially fatal ectopic pregnancy. The same thing what I say now you echo back. Now true, Mr. Bundu, now that have been they say. It go make you not able for born, or it destroy all outside you picking for parts like your fallopian tube. It will damage all that. So thank you very much, Mr. Bundu, sending your contribution. We need something like this together. We could raise this awareness for we people there. So I'm going to talk about syphilis as well. Syphilis itself, it can cause miscarriage. First time we feel saying a man and nobody get syphilis, but woman say they get syphilis. And if you get her, you get belly, if it make you miscarry. So you see people them, they get healthy pregnancy, nothing all wrong. They just say, hey, that woman then belly don't poilo. What's it happen? It get some infection where they unbug the baby, where the baby able for survive. It get for come out. Imagine if every year you get belly, the belly they come out because of infection where you get, you not treat them. Then they go tell on you now that community, they go call you names. Even your man go begin say, what's into this woman? Any belly where it gets in the poor, any belly where it gets in the poor. Then they go begin say, oh, let me go look good, or something wrong. So then somebody, if it don't cause or something, na the family swear this and that. And also family swear, also anything like that, then are just infection. So syphilis, yeah, the man and young, if you do not treat her, it can make the head all go get some foods. Then they go in later when the infection done really serious, they go suffer from sepsis, then blood poison, and then go die. But woman self they get them. So if you the woman you get something like syphilis, you not treat them, where you get belly they come out. And in self it ambog all you tubes there inside you womb all go damage. What time reach for you get picking, you not go able to get belly. So where you get unprotected sex, like what they say, you go do mommy and daddy business, you know get protection, you know wear condom, you go get them sick here. So you they get mommy and daddy business with 1 or 2 or 3 different people, them you liable for get this infection here. So and if you always get this infection here, so you get history, say you not possible they get infection over and over, it will make it difficult, you know. If you not possible always they get gonorrhea, you treat her, but they get like every year you go treat yourself for gonorrhea 1, 2, 3, 10. Chlamydia go inside, syphilis go inside, because the bacteria they just like how they everybody's COVID virus, then they mutate, then they change to other things. Then now they say these COVID variants, they get India variant, they get Australia variant, they get South Africa variant, and so the bacteria there. Then they mutate, then they turn to other things. So if you're not possible, always they get infection. Other infection, then back you, they invite them for cancel you. So let we protect yourself, do ya? Let we protect yourself. Again, then people back where they can rape, them can get infection, whether they not to them fault. So if somebody don't force itself by you not being grieved for them, where you see it done with you, if it not kill you, if in Africa you don't, because Africa somebody go rape you, it not go kill you. Go hospital once and say, do you want to do test for me if I get any infection? So tell them go do urine test. Yes, if you give them piss sample, then go able for do that testing for you. So you say, oh yes, you get gonorrhea. Because people that will get gonorrhea, where they piss, then go say, okay, go bring you piss. Now you piss someone and they can check, they don't say you get gonorrhea. So do you if somebody man don't force himself by you, so say you come out, you go party, you drink, you drunk, or you smoke, you tie, then you don't know who side you there, so man can take advantage of you. Not just know say this man don't take advantage of me. Go take you piece, go to a doctor who said that they do test. So do you want to test this thing for me because somebody don't go force himself for me, why not be one for do my me and daddy business with. Now I don't know what he don't give me. Then go test you, you go know what thing. So where you drunk from alcohol or you dey take then drugs and they it possible say somebody go do something like that for you. Even if you meet a new partner, you not sabi this person, but you like am, you want for more una 2 day. It better una go do that test day. Una go care una peace go let them go look am for see if na person will get any infection. Then you treat yourself. First where people that they get infection and they say go bring the pussy where you they do mommy and daddy business with. Well, depending if na one pussy they do mommy and daddy business with, you go bring the pussy, not so. But if you get 2-3 man or 2-3 woman where they do mommy and daddy business with, which one you go bring come? So it go difficult. You go just go now, you treat yourself, then you go avoid that woman there. You dey see some relationship, then the man dey go sleep with the woman. Don't pass behind and so say don't pass behind this woman. Pass 6 months if it dey behind now. It dey behind and 6 months, 7 months it dey behind and this woman not agree. The day when the woman agree, they do this man that the business, the man go and then he can again. Because when you see go the next day, where they piss down and holla the holla. Because he don't get infection, they cancel you again. And so you the woman so say you don't know. But do you have me brother that if you don't get that kind of experience with one particular woman where you don't pass behind because you like her, you go no more when I do my man daddy business, you can't get this kind of experience. Do you go back to her? Tell her, say, my sister, you got problem, go treat yourself. Tell her exactly what it don't happen. Not just avoid them. Because it don't know. So said it's either chronic pana on a person, they be a pain. It don't be a the pain, say the pain don't chronic now. It a piece, it a bone. It get periods in between, it bleed in between periods. It don't even care anymore. It don't embalm, like what they say, it don't embalm to the pain. So do you have me brother if you not get that kind of experience with any woman, with sister that so say they don't know. Now for go back to her and say, hey, you get infection, yeah, go treat yourself. It like I vex by you. It go cause you say, now you get infection, go tell you bad word. But do you tell her make you go take care of yourself? Not for today, for tomorrow. You see? So do you? And the young people, they're more who they appeal to them. You go na party, you see young picking and then they drink rum, then they drunk, then they do all kinds of things. Do ya with a big. Especially that picking all like 15 to 24. Then can just go free engine all side. First day you see woman go there so say wait 20, 21. Now that's when they begin do my man daddy business. But today they already say 9-year-old pikin don born, 12-year-old pikin don born, 13-year-old pikin don born. So then the young time now live fast. Now then they die young. As they say, live fast and die young. So you get pikin away, they small, but they're active. Then they do my man daddy business. But they tell them if you don't begin do not to anybody in your care, go hospital, let them put you on medication, preventive. Let the belly not come, you go pour belly to man away one born you don't get. Or go let them give boku condom. The bobo cancel you get a condom, say I use. If you don't want to use, I say well go. Because me not they do bone to bone, me not they do free engine. You got for use this because I don't want to get infection. Because the young bobo then they get boku titi the way they. Yeah, we get a call. Caller outside they call from good evening. What's in your name?
Yeah, concern from Australia.
Australia, hello, how you do?
I do well, Mama. Yourself?
We thank God. Tell the master thank you.
I just want to tell you plenty thank you for your presentation. What you do, you did do a fantastic job in the network, and I believe say this now the thing where the network need for the continue, especially on health issue. more especially we come on a country, a third world country, in Sierra Leone, where the challenges that the care system is very, very challenging, and especially public health education, we need to do frequently in the country, because if you want actually for prevent diseases or other things on community now, like this program, they educate people and publicly, more especially on this sexually transmitted diseases, and it's very challenging because a lot of people they go through this, especially women, the way they get difficulties, even men the way they get difficulties for get women pregnant, or women they forget pregnant. A lot of people need to do investigations, they need to go do tests and know what's in the wrong with the system. And chlamydia, this like disease what I suffer from. So I know when I go see my GP, by then I was single. My GP tell me, say, one thing, I tell him, why don't do me urine test? Why the urinate, the last side of the urine can become like milky or yellowish. But sometimes you need to even show a sign of burning sensation. So when I go see my GP, I go do the test. At the end of the day, now that come up, he say, I cannot treat you alone. You have to bring your partner or something like that. So you can see there the system they in place, say they give you advice, say, what did they treat you, not you want. Book out the person. At the end of the day, they solve the problem. Because if they solve your one problem, you don't still solve because you get for good back. So this na kind of the experience to why they shout people, and people for take some of them diseases are very serious. And everything in Africa most time is associated to witchcraft, or people go na them church, na them mosques, go pray, na this, na that. Go do your investigation. Go na lab, make them test you. And me, they advise a lot of with people in today, young girls, the big man, the way they married in Sierra Leone. Before you get married to anybody in Sierra Leone, go do HIV test. This na Tiwa no. A lot of big men then get the HIV. No, they tell you. Now when they don't go married, now you say go get her. At the end of the day, you go be very ashamed for disclose that to the public. Now so the disease is spread. So
yes,
if they want to help the society, then for make like an compulsory legislator, wherein if you want to do marriage, go do sexually transmitted diseases, especially HIV. I don't see people who do work in their lab, where they work in their lab, they don't give them testimonial to me. People in the way get HIV, they will go and get married to people they know they have the disease. They will not disclose that to people. At the end of the day, when you become a victim, you say get the disease. At the end of the day, you say don't get the disease, now you go test and get them. But they have become ashamed now for go public. So that's why the thing they continue. So this kind of program we they do, let God bless you. At the end of the day, this is how we help our people.
Amen.
And that no man and me on contribution.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that story there. So the one that they listen, they don't hear you, they know say if you are for going to a new relationship now, because the world don't bad, just like when you say people that they get HIV, they get even happy when they know say I'm not get cured, but they're not gonna tell you. Then they go sleep with you, then give you. They're wicked.
I see. I sabi people who they work at the lab in Sierra Leone. They face them here. They can go their partner. They can want tell the partner, but the protocols them and the laws them being like professional, for disclose somebody in private to another individual. They face them challenges them day. I know people that work in the lab, and it's very sad. They seeing people that are innocent going through into this kind of thing. But how can you tell them? You can't, because the law and the protocols of the nursing career are not really for disclose.
Confidentiality. They will say no show. Let's see the talk so that see where I don't see her with me. Yeah, the woman in 1 gram picking. The man not say he get HIV. The woman in 1 gram picking. He go marry that picking day. The picking die in left. The woman in 1 gram picking are they where the picking die. Yes, young girl about 28 years of age. Now mama in 1 gram picking that Monday. Where even if they go, if they tell me say let we use the same needle over and over, and the picking will say no. We not use one needle over and over. Now 1 needle for every injection where they administer. We not use the same needle. It no say get infection. Yes, but when we go do, we not go tell the mama because of confidentiality that go sue we. So the woman not ever know what's killing picking.
Yeah, even bad bread in kids or people who can get bad bread. People sometimes your mama been born to get infection. especially when they're sexually transmitted, the bacteria is then at the lining of the vagina and part of the uterus. So sometimes when they can born picking, when they can't through that canal, it can inhale, it can get some of them mucosa inside a nostril. So some of them bacteria that the picking can get an olfactory gland. The sense organ with it for smell. Sometimes not to sign off. Sometimes now infection they don't get from where your mama be they born you, we pass through your nostril, the bacteria they don't damage your nose organs then. So some of them here, all that things that make Lagos sorry for we. Great challenges in Africa. We're a long way for go. Now that no more. But no, they continue with this half job what they do. God go bless we. People will listen, they pass information. That's so the Bible in the Quran begin a small normal take the message reach in Africa.
Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for that caller there. We call from Australia. He share with we in story, and we self appreciate in your contribution we don't make. Just like what they say. Some of the infection and they transmit from mama to pikin, but who sexually transmitted disease then they like gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV, syphilis, you can pass them from mama to pikin, so it's not really nice for let the woman gets them kind of sick then they. Some day they go born the pikin, it get the infection, like probably they say for the eye, it will get eye infection. Even some beginner can die because they get a kind of infection that they don't take from the mama. Maybe some people then if they not treat the infection, they say they don't try to, they not treat away. You go born the pikin and go for do C-section or cesarean and pull the pikin. Because if they not pull and the pikin go born like way that man say no more, it go get the mucus now mouth in nose, the way it go kind of get in your problem. So possible complications the way we go get. Where we get this disease here, so this infection here, so we they get pelvic pain. What they talk about? Where they do my man that the business, it go they hurt you. Then you they get pregnancy complications. That's why they say you get belly, the belly go they come out. You don't know what's in they do you. The belly you they get belly say you go just say the belly don't pour. Sometimes it ain't an infection and they cause dandy. The eye inflammation again for picking them. This is why we get family history. Know your family history. SALONE First, the man from SALONE First, welcome. I tell you thank you for where they always join and make your contribution. Well, it's good for let you know your family history, but for people that way, by the time they reach adulthood, their mama don't die, their papa don't die, how they go ask? Sometimes a side na rural area, the parents have been there, then die, they never do post-mortem, they not ever go hospital. So yeah, but for we were there now, if I may you know your family history, if you get your parents there alive. Like me now, if I get any non-communicable disease, me picking and go no say, oh mama get this disease, yeah, but we not be some of we not fortunate for know that. But yes, it's very important for let you know your family history. Because for diseases like the non-communicable one, because today they talk about communicable disease, which is infections. But for non-communicable disease, it's very important for let you know if your mama been get hypertension, if you get diabetes, if you get heart disease. So you were able to know when you begin get the symptoms, say this is the one of the family. If you get high cholesterol, say, my mama na heart attack killer. So it will be say cholesterol, because high cholesterol back nothing way they dey na the family. So it's very important, as this man we brother from SALONE First say, if I may you know your family history. Lots of people they do it now before they're married to a woman, more for them like sickle cell, they go do the test for CC, they not so carrier, so they're not going to bring picking at the world where go just there for suffer with sickle cell. So that's very important. Thank you very much. So I mean, they talk about complications, the way they make you they get the where you get the sexually transmitted disease where you not treat them, the complications the way they get. I talk about the pelvic inflammation, and then the eye inflammation, the pikin go born, it gets that dirty in the eye. They say you can even get arthritis because you get infection all the time. That bone problem. then infertility wey they talk about go make tomorrow you no go able for born pikin. Heart disease, me no be ever know say you go get heart problem if you dey get infection all the time. You know, they say you dey even get certain cancers like that HPV, you dey get down the back just because of sexually transmission. You go get down there again. Cervical cancer, the one where they ambog woman then and then pelvic instead they kill. Boku people that don't die na so. Cancer the way they ambog people then at the waist, they get the rectal cancers. All that in infection and they cause down there. So you get for know what how you they do my main daddy business what you they do and what you know for do. So with that note there, I just want for make we listen to one or two of we sponsors them by way of advert, and then we go come back and talk more about this topic. Thank you.
Why do a website when you can create an app for your business for free? Yes, with TAV App Maker, you can make an app as easy as pie. It only takes a few minutes. Simply choose a design template you like, add the features you want, and once you are happy with the results, publish it to Google Play and Apple Store, so your clients can download your app. Go to tavappmaker.com and create your free app today.
Cottontree Pharmacy is your new trusted provider of pharmacy services in Sierra Leone. You can count on Cottontree Pharmacy for genuine quality brand name and generic medicines. Guaranteed refills for prescriptions issued by doctors in Sierra Leone or abroad. Door-to-door medication delivery service in Freetown and beyond. Free health education. Have you heard about our Diaspora Medicine Connect? With Cottontree Pharmacy's Diaspora Medicine Connect, anyone can pay for your prescription online. Bring your prescription to 17 Pademba Road. Collect an invoice. Send your invoice to your sponsor in the diaspora. Your sponsor pays for your prescription online. We deliver your medication to you. For quality prescription and medications, visit Cottontree Pharmacy at 17 Pademba Road in Freetown. Have questions? Call our pharmacist on WhatsApp at 030-611-664 or visit our website at www.cottontreemedicalgroup.com. Come to Cottontree Pharmacy. We are ready to fill your next prescription.
Una welcome back. Una share the video. Una call in. Una make una contribution. Today we talk about untreated sexually transmitted infections, where in the long run, if you left them, it will make you not able for born pikin. Both men and woman, it will affect you not able for born pikin. Everything at the risk them where they make this they happen to we. Now because we they get unprotected sex, we they go get people that know that they do then they use the back passage now for do my man that the business. If you do that they you know they wear condom. The person they do that so you know they wear condom, you go get infection. So you go get you not only you go there at risk for get you get infection or you will get the infection. So always protect yourself no matter what thing. Like probably they say people then they way they get boku way for men that arouse them partner. They get people that way you know. We all are adults, we know what they talk about. So if somebody they will let for do certain things, and so in Uma, you for no say you woman clean, you for no say you woman not get infection, because if you get something like herpes, you go down there, you go get the infection and you mouth, and you know herpes until you not get medicine for now, you get for try and use protection. Like I say, even woman and they get condom where they give them get female condom where you go able for do that. The other risk now where they get boku sexual partners, you do my man that business with boku other people then. If you do that, then you put yourself at risk for me you suffer from this infection. Yeah, so then sometimes in the way we young, we the woman, the way we young, where they say, okay, now we young. We see the now that age they for born pikin, then we go what we they do, we go protect ourselves that same day. But when woman don't reach menopause, in period not they carry again, it don't free, not they get belly. So it go just they go for go do free engine, it go not they use protection anymore. If you do that and you go get infection, not only the mild one, then the gonorrhea, chlamydia, or syphilis, where maybe antibiotics will help you, but you go get like HIV, you go get herpes, we not get medicine. You will not do well with just antibiotics. That's what you go get for carry for a long time. So not take and say, oh, because me not they get belly now, me not woman and they get belly, I just they go, because even now so now UK so they be final say the woman they way don't reach menopause that the more they get HIV, because they not they use protection. The protection whether be they use now for me they not get belly. Now they not say that they get belly and then they use protection anymore. And the man way they do my man that the business, you don't know almost woman they go sleep with. It can't so you, it can't sleep with you, it can't give you infection. So therefore be very careful. Then like probably they say when you get history of their sexually transmitted infection, yeah, so you don't get there over and over and over. You they invite other one for cancel you because your body don't receive it so much that your body don't weak now. Anyone come and they cancel you. So we get for take them who they do my main that the business with. So like I mean, they say again the risk again where people that they inject drugs, people that they inject drugs, and some infection that they back, you know they just get them because you know they get them from sex no more. You they get them when they use drugs like the hepatitis. If they use drugs, if they use needle, where this person choke yourself, you pass on to yourself, choke yourself. If you get any infection, it go pass through that needle, they go inside your own blood, you go get them. So we need to be very careful what will they do. So we don't talk about the infectious disease them or infections them, what they call. We don't talk about chlamydia, unayarida man we call in your experience. We don't talk about gonorrhea, we don't talk about syphilis, we don't talk about the hepatitis where the one the way you know they get through sex, where the A and B and the C, when are people that way they use needle, then they share needle, then they use drugs, and then they get standing. Where I don't know, people in the Africa where they do like SALONE, we don't know how much people then they inject things like heroin. So we just advise people that if they do that, they get your needle. Not use needle where somebody don't use, because any infection we get, if you choke yourself, that needle they go right into your vein. Any infection within that needle they inject them back into your vein, you say go get that infection there. And you got to take care of yourself. Nobody not gonna take care of yourself past you. Not so government go take care of yourself. Now you self go take care of yourself. So we need for take care of yourself. We can't so we health. How will they buy new clothes? Will they wear? We buy new shoes? Will they buy makeup? We rub now we face. Now so we need for make sure say inside we body self okay. You eat good food. You drink plenty water. Hydrate yourself. You eat things that will make your body grow fine, your immune system strong, all that they make their infection yeah, so no go cancel you, and you know how you they live your life. Because most of the sick that they get now with lifestyle. Like when they talk about these sexually transmitted infections. Now people that way just they go do my men that they business free engine, they know they protect themselves, they not get one policy where they do it with they get people that way they move with. If not that then your lifestyle, not short life. If you're young, control yourself. They know they say not do it, but protect yourself. Because if you're sick right now, tomorrow you go pay for that sick day, especially if na infection, sexually transmitted infection you get, where you go ready for born, or you say picking business for happen na your body, or don't damage, you're not going to born picking. Even the man there, your sperm count go low, you go even begin forget sexual dysfunction. Like people that when they get man that when they get erectile dysfunction, then they go to the doctor, they mark for the medicine them. Where they make every day they want to do my main daddy business. So you have to be careful. Where they go to your doctor, you go tell and say, doctor, the thing not they work better for me now, I want medicine. The medicine, the names are all they more like oh, they say now this show, will not they give medicine to policy, will not they advise you for medicine. But if you go to your doctor, they give you medicine for let you take do my main daddy business. if that woman dey not dey, you get the feeling, you got for go find another person. So you got for be very careful when they go to your doctor. If they give you that medicine where they make you, they get this urge for let you do mommy and daddy business. You know what you they do. Because if you partner not there, you they get tempted for go do am with other person. And if you go do it with other person, you know, protect yourself, what will happen to you? You go get infection. So may we be careful with we life. We know right now the trend of we health system na SALONE is not good at all. Young people that they die senselessly, middle-aged people that they die, think that they kill people that are SALONE, we're not supposed to kill them. Just because we not get that structured healthcare system. Everybody in a private you get for go. If you go to the government hospital na zero. And also all man get money for go na private. So now make we raise awareness here. So health education very important. Although some people that are rubbish to them, some people that way you send you flyer to them forum na offense. But we know say all the forum the way they na Sierra Leone forum there. People that need way sick, people that need health education. Whether you at the diaspora or you there SALONE itself, you need health education. This country where we the black people that way they and I work no more. We not get time for go hospital. We not get time for take care of ourselves. We they work 24/7. We not they eat fine. We not they sleep fine. Small sick only we they die. So when they do their thing, so people that they look and frown on we what they do them. They not know say some people that they actually save their life. Because like today this way we don't talk, so somebody they go sit on P and say, me I know they do this free engine again. No man, no can get infection. I young, I go one born me picking and one married. Now no can married me manka. I don't get infection so many times. I they stop now. I don't get gonorrhea 1 and 2 I don't get gonorrhea 3 times. I be I no can get chlamydia or even HIV. I no can get them. I'm not able for born picking. Then advice I will they give people that they appreciate and too much when they see people that they phone in. But people that they feel send a nonsense or will not get time, what would they do? But like I always say, everybody get waiting, a passionate for do. You know, you want for be this, you can be anything you want for be. But we they raise awareness for we people that are mama SALONE. Because this health education, what they do, they go a long way. They save lives. People that know them, they get symptoms of diabetes, and they get symptoms of hypertension. They're not always do that. Then they get symptoms of having a stroke. But I don't know. But where would they educate them as it begins so that they know say something is wrong with me? They go must call one and pick it, come on, and this way they feel. Now that way they will do stuff on VOS for educate people them so that they will know how to take care of themselves. Now we don't talk about sexually transmitted infections. If you not treat them, what they go do to you. And what we go try for do for let we prevent we safe. We don't talk the risk factors. We don't talk what they make we do this person say, I'm currently experimenting ginger, garlic, lemon and lime, onion, cucumber, orange, broccoli into juice. Imagine the health benefits in 3 months from now. SALONE first, that's very important. You see, all the things the way you name so. People, they say they're very good. Fresh lime in the morning with hot water, they say very good. Cucumber, very good. Orange, you get natural vitamin C. Broccoli, na a green vegetable, very healthy. If you put all this into juice, they drink them, it's good for you, definitely. Onion, they say onion are a very good antibiotic. So garlic bag, they say garlic good. Ginger, gets zinc, it good. You remember where this COVID car people and they boil ginger, garlic, lemon, then they drink them and they say it do well for them because it acts as antibiotics. So if you they do this, if people they want to do it's their choice. It's very good. This is how I detox my immune system. It's very good. Yeah, lots of people they do that because you go for experiments until they work for you, then you do them. You know the Falamakata person. I propose that we have program on how to detox your immune system. Okay, I will jot that down. What we for do for detox with immune system. We will work on that day by the grace of God. The only thing we are they say, make a write down, how to detox. Okay, say for detox is very good. That for we say I dey eat 6 months before detox. You can detox every week because every day you dey eat something. So if you able for detox, it's very good. Detox we mean now for just get rid of the bad thing the way you dey eat. Either you do am by choosing wetin you dey eat for that time, that you deviate from wetin you dey eat every day, eat something different, then you get rid of all them thing and the way already dey na your body. You can detox with tea, you can detox with diet, few days, eat wetin you suppose. So people that they do it differently. But I think wey I go think about and we go present, and I think say where they present that same day, you say go get so much for contribute because you don't do am. Maybe we teach you people that back how for detox, pull the bad thing and then body, abstain from something there. You can detox if you dey drink alcohol like every day. Say I dey detox for a whole week and I dey drink alcohol. Then that week, all week then you alcohol free. That's a detox. Just like when people they can hook on drugs or alcohol, they say, okay, this person go now rehabilitation, let you go detox, so you not go drink wrong for how many days, or okay, this person go now a rehab again for drugs, and I will take drugs for so many days. That's just the way they detox. Then kind people are there. But we now they talk about the food where they eat. Where if we detox, we go strengthen the immune system. Thank you very much, Salone. First, we appreciate. Yeah, always repeat test after taking your medication dose to make sure everything is cleared. Yeah, for the bundu, you're right. If you get infection and then you go do your test, let's say you dey piss, you dey feel out, you pelvic inflame, you dey get fever, where they make love, in the heart, where they do the mama that it busy, you dey feel pain, then you don't really establish say this na gonorrhea I don't get. You go do your test and say na gonorrhea you don't get. Wetin for the bundu they say na is where you don't do that where you don't take the course of the medicine wey dem give you. Before you go begin do anything, go back, go do the test. Let them tell you say, oh yes, now you dey na the all clear. I think that Mr. Bundu they say it makes sense in a big way that you don't treat yourself, your symptoms all don't go, then you go do another urine test or whatever they be test. Say, oh now you don't get the all clear, and that's something that say you're not a new person. You get for follow the rules. They now say where they go do my main daddy busy now for protect yourself. So thank you very much, Mr. Bundu. That makes sense. Thank you very much. Yeah, today we talk about untreated sexually transmitted infections. We will make you not able for born, cause you infertility, cause you heart disease, arthritis, pelvic inflammatory disease, some cancers like the cervical cancer and rectal cancer. That are the cancer where they catch you now you waist. All that in infection they cause, and so do you with the baby people that, especially with people in a salon, for me then take care of themselves. Like probably they say just now we healthcare not for poor people, then you're not going able for afford that. With medication then a substandard one and they go. You can forget beaucoup money for me you buy the proper medication. When we sponsors them, na Pademba Road, the pharmacy there. If you go there, you go get every medication and good one too. But it costs money, not so everybody will afford that. So you need for take care of yourself. And now let we eat less. For make we not go eat medicine like say now with food. Because most of them things where they happen to we now waiting we they eat or waiting we they drink. Some people that they get sexually transmitted infection because of they don't drink past mark, they don't know waiting and they do somebody don't go sleep with, they don't get the infection. Or they don't go drink rum. They don't do something, they don't go sleep with her, and don't know what thing they do it. Possibly don't go do my main daddy business with her. So we need for know then thing and they for make we take care of research. So how will they prevent research from when we not get this? How will they minimize the risk from when we not get this sexually transmitted infection? One, you for abstain. The most effective way for me you not get the infection, yeah, now for abstain for do my main daddy business, which is very difficult for do. I know tell you say no do my main daddy busy. I know they get the right for do that. But if I say do protect yourself. Because some people that they say Jesus woman they whether reach menopause, then feel say now they don't free. Okay, we get a caller. Caller who say they call from and waiting at your name. Good evening.
Concern again from Australia.
Okay, thank you.
One thing just kind of in mind, the challenges them way people they get, especially in the issues here when sexually transmitted disease come up within the relationship. And sometimes people are not bold enough for share the experience so they don't get sick, they don't become infested of the disease. We then don't go to investigation. Sometimes it can cause relationship for breakdown. But here is a place where we need to educate the people and say this is just to bring an awareness wherein the partners will be bold enough and face each other and try to resolve the problem. If we think of the blame game, most time the blame game now can make people not can come out and tell the next partner, even if they don't become like they get syphilis or gonorrhea, they go just go treat themselves secretly. They not go bring the partner or inform the partner. Rather, I go just continue for use condom on the partner. The partner they ask them, they need to talk. So you get for bring that openness in people, wherein they can reveal themselves. It's not about the blame game. Would that call the disease? Now you give me or not to me give you. Most time you can call that argument. So there is not about the argument. And how una two for come and resolve the issue wherein una go contain the disease. Now that's the focus point. So that's just a point where I make the viewers they know that when you get the disease, you don't go to investigate yourself. You see symptoms here, then go say you get the disease. Come back to your partner, not run away from the relationship. Now try to resolve the problem rather than running away. Most time I can call attention. The blame game go come. Well, you don't can't give me sick. Oh no to me now. You give me the sick. So that back and forth need to resolve the problem. When I take myself to the hospital, when I get the test, get the treatment together, when I move forward ahead, and then I'm your contribution. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. That makes sense. Like what we said earlier on, I say first where we be young, where we be they maybe they like a nurse a house of a dresser where then they call people that way they run pharmacy dresser this dresser that like a mini doctor. We be then also people that can come we can hear you like he say, hey, you don't get this infection and for bring the pussy way you in today. Like I say, if na one great pussy you in today, you go able for bring the pussy come. When them treat sooner or two. Una go continue with una business. Like when Mr. Bundu say this well they don't treat una done. Una do una test again for say, okay, we don't then at the all clear now, may we take 10. But just like when you say, if Mrs. and Master then owes there one person don't go get infection, then the other person don't get, you know, because the man then go know quick if they get a sexually transmitted infection. Man then they know quick because then at the one side, then they peace, at the one side, if they make love, they do my man daddy business at the one side, they spam the pass. So then quick then you know. But Uma it go tell you know they know. You see, so the man go always blame the woman, say, now you don't give me this infection. And it can even break up their marriage. So it's very, very important. What me go say, nobody not perfect. So if you go thief, where some people can do, protect yourself. Because if you go to infection, you the man, the woman go no say, now you don't go play away game. If you the woman go, you bring infection, the man know, he go no say now you don't go play away game. So if you don't go play away game, protect yourself. Because if your partner honest, he faithful to you, you know they do that. If you can't get infection, it will really, really vex by you. So the best thing for do like we say, abstain from having multiple partners. Just stay with the one person. But if you know the person where it na your nature, say the one person not do, where you go play the away game, always protect yourself. Because possible say you go to infection, you can't infect the next person. Be you man, you can't infect the man. If you're not the woman, or you can't infect the woman, you're not the man, then palava Canada house say. Because just like the gentleman say, now that they bring palava, oh now you give me, oh not to me give you, oh now me give you, then when I can't get that kind of problem and also can even break on a marriage. So now for just abstain. If you go play away game, protect yourself. Just left the real thing for the person where you're in today. Protect yourself so that you not go break up your marriage. Because some people they're not go agree if you come, even if they know self say you go sleep with somebody, they go say they don't want you again because they don't know if you be use condom, because they're not going to bring themselves for us, then you use protection where you go sleep with this woman, because I know one for me, you can't give me infection. But they're not going to even wait for us that question and just cut the relationship totally. So we need for adhere to that. You know, like I be they say, abstain, stay with one partner, we not get infection, and just stay with that one partner. Wait and test, avoid intercourse or mommy and daddy business for some time. Wait, if you don't meet this new person, una two go do una test. They say you they all clear, you not get no infection. You said they all clear, you not get no infection. Una begin do una business. And una get be faithful to each other. Una not go play no away game. Una not go get infection. Then you can if you don't expose yourself, like some people then they way we get sexual clinic there all over London. Some people then they will go sleep with other person, they go do mommy and daddy business with other person. When they clean them more than they go to the clinic, the sexual health clinic, they go tell them, say, I don't go get unprotected sex with somebody. Then they give them medicine, they want him. They go even give them medicine for let belly no come on. They go even give them medicine for let if any infection that person be get them, then they treat them. If you go there, they see lots of people that at that clinic they every day. If Saturday night, people that don't come on Sunday night, people that don't come on Monday morning, you go there, it full up. Because people that don't go drink, they don't do something when they're not supposed to do, then they go give them medicine, then they call on the morning after pill, then they give them morning after pill. Because when you don't go sleep, let us say belly don't card, then they go give you medicine. So that you not go get that unwanted pregnancy. Then they go give you medicine back for me if any sexually transmitted infection don't come. It will just curtail them and men are wanting, you see. So they will give you vaccine like for the hepatitis, that human papilloma virus, that HPV, and the hepatitis A and B. Then can give you vaccine for that. And like we were the open healthcare before you take up the job. Then you say we they give you vaccine for hepatitis. Where you go take booster, then they fortify you. If you meet somebody self way get them, you know they get them. But even then they will not know if you put in a salon, get them thing and they so all we they ask now for make we protect we safe. Because like I said just now, we have now we responsible for we own health. Not to government, so not so you mama or as an adult, you need for protect yourself for any disease where they come you way. So now that we talk about today, we talk about untreated sexually transmitted infections, the complications, so they will give you the consequences, so they will give you. So woman and they will develop belly heart, someday then reproductive system will be messed up, even the man then it will make them go get infertility, they're not going to produce sperm with good because it inflame the side pan and body upon the reproductive system. Decide where the sperm they come out and not go get healthy sperm for make they able for born picking. And Africa now where woman not born, now the woman ain't get problem. If now man be don't get infection upon infection, then now it don't destroy in your sperm counts, whether very low, you're not able for give belly again. Then now they say now the man no, now you the woman. So say you the woman, you don't even get problem. But no more on a blank bullet then they send to you. When they work for you, you not go get the belly. By the end of the day, you the woman and we African society, now you know they born. Then not they ever say this man not they born. Now the woman I know they born. So do you with the woman and let we take care of ourselves. Man them as well when I take care of ourselves. Because at the end of the day, we all need for take care of ourselves, we all need for live happily. If na boyfriend girlfriend relationship self when they in 20 years, when I still want for make that good relationship they between una two. Then use condom and use them correctly. Not say, oh, I they use the condom halfway, I pull them. When you use the condom, use them correctly. Not use drugs or drink too much. Because then you go be disinhibited, you go do something where you don't know. Then tomorrow you end up get infection where sometimes not so even the one they talk about small one there, na big one na go can and bug you. So do ya now that they talk about today. When I share the video, when I talk to people them, una share the video, una talk to the people then at SALONE for make them know say then seek here so they end. Now this that they do to person is very, very important for them with people they know. So before any sexual contact, again, they say communicate with the person, agree on what you will get for do. Even now, where young people that they married, even old people that they married, they get for sit down and talk, say, now this and this and this we want, now this relationship. So you get for do that. Then we glad in salon will come out say, we man them, then they circumcise them. Because some culture, the way that they do male circumcision, they self can carry infection, just because they're not they're not circumcised. Because they say we boy picking and we circumcise them for make them clean. Because if they get a full skin there, you they wash, they pull them for make you clean them properly, they fine, So we the African people there, or we the Sierra Leoneans, that we not get problem with male circumcision, because now that we they do for boy picking them for make them clean. So we not get that. But then the advice say for make you even get less infection, you for introduce that male circumcision. So you first skin all they don't pull out. So no sign of the you the man will go harbor any bacteria. Now that they say. So now that we talk about today, we talk about untreated sexually transmitted infections. We go make in future, go able for born pikin, gonorrhea na one, chlamydia na the other one. Then you get syphilis. First we think say syphilis na man, they no more the cage, but the cage woman, and if woman get belle get syphilis, it go affect the baby. If woman get belle get gonorrhea, it go affect the baby. It go born you picking and so dirty they come on and yard, like tough they come on the baby in yard. All that. If you get belle, you get HIV. They're not gonna make you born that picking day. Then go get for do cesarean for you, for cut you belle open and pull the picking. All that in a thing that way we for try for avoid. If only we stick to one partner, if only we take care of we health. Because like what I said just now, every day we wash we body, we rub fine cream, we rub fine perfume, we make we hair, we rub lipstick, we rub eyeliner, we do all that stuff that in our body where we they see. So the side we know they see back, we need for take care of that. Do ya for young people them, for middle-aged people them, limits not day. They know they tell you say when you owe 60, you're not gonna do mommy and daddy business again. Or when you owe 70, you're not gonna do mommy and daddy business again. So whichever age you day, now you right for do once you do with the person where you lack. But not do for me you put the other person in health at risk. Again for be something where una today sit down, una talk about, una communicate. Una communicate, una say now this way they do. And we know say the older people then they're more safe, because now they just deal with their one part and they don't even get the energy for they go begin pass. But we the young one and we they get attracted to people them, and we're not able for say no, and we know they say okay, now we do the test before we begin for do the mommy and daddy business. We just they go, we're not gonna say to the person do prevent yourself or use a condom. We just do them, and when you do another way, you will end up hurt yourself. And so man, the way he get that kind of experience from you, as he go. For can't tell you say what it be happen. He go keep you malice, they talk to you again because you put her inside pain. Because anything and they very painful. So say you the woman if you pass, you don't get one or two boyfriend, you don't know who's one give you. So that you go cost, so that you go ask. So we need for take care of ourselves. So today we don't talk about untreated sexually transmitted infections and what they do for you, and we don't talk what are the risk factors. We don't talk about the complications. Now we don't talk about how we go tackle how for prevent them. Use preventive. Always use preventive. Or you meet somebody where you want for do this thing with, una go test una self. You not get infection, instead not get infection. Voila, una can do una business. But not just go into relationship with you foot. Go with your head. Think of waiting you go lost. Even if you not kill you, like HIV. Maybe no kill you because medicine dey now. But every day you see the medicine and so them fat, them big for drink down there every day. Not to one or not to two. Down there self na big trauma for you. So make we able for take care of we self. My man daddy business is fine for make you do. But if I way you do let you get enjoyment not to for kill yourself. So if we not get anything more, we not get people that way they come on back with more questions. I want for make we stop there today. Wanna share the video, wanna talk to people them about this, wanna not shame for talk with una partner them, wanna tell them say today we listen one thing. If you get this belly heart all the time, we don't married now 5 years, we not get picking, make we go look if anything do we, because like chlamydia, it really about woman, we not go born. And so second day, they show you no symptoms, they show you say you sick. Go, una go test on yourself, and una know how una they take care of yourself. Una do mommy and daddy business in a clean atmosphere where infection not go cancel una. So when you get you picking, you better not go poil. You picking not go fasten a fallopian tube. Everything will be okay with you. You will live a happy marriage life. Because if you're not a person where married, always infection then now una marriage, the person they waka, the marriage not go sweet for you because the man go left you or the woman go left you. So let we take care of ourselves and we partners them so that we go born healthy picking them. Some picking a day where you get infection, where you born and then they die, or then get other bad infection. Some picking a day get type 1 diabetes now because of infection where they get, maybe not so even their own fault. But it kill all the B cells that will make they end up get type 1 diabetes where without insulin, then go die. You see, and medicine not there for that day as well. So if we not get anybody where they come on now, we not get no question, we not get anything, Agwala will call them a day, and we look forward for see una back or yegi from una back next. We tell thank you to all the one that will make comments. We tell the guy, boku thank you, we call and give your contribution and experience and advice. And I think say we all what he say, and then we all adhere to what he say because that experience is shared. Also all man get mind for can say, yes, I've been get this. Their area so not taboo area, the people that know they talk about them. They know they talk about them at all. When it comes to my men daddy business and infection and infertility, where people that are able for born, that's when we African culture we know they talk about that. But the world in yard also open day like today. We need for talk about anything here. We need for educate with people them, especially with young one the way they grow up. If we not teach them this in school, we not teach them at us. At least we will get that kind of platform here. Now we advise we young one there on how they for live their life. So if we die, we left themselves. We don't left there with so much information. We're going to make them able for take care of themselves. So on that note, I will say thanks so now. Always join our YouTube, Facebook, and the website itself. When I will phone in, when I will watch, when I will send comments, and we hope for see you back soon. Inshallah, by God in power, I wish you now all the best and a happy weekend. From me, Salome Heights, on VOS, and my boss behind the scenes, I say thank you to una all and have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Salome Heights. I am the host for the health show on Voice of SALONE Network. We are making this clip to tell all our viewers that we are healthcare professionals, nurses working for the NHS in England. We are not medical doctors. We're here to raise awareness of all non-communicable diseases. Example of them is diabetes, hypertension, the cancers, and all other health issues that we know are affecting our people. We are not here to prescribe. We are not here to diagnose. We're just here to tell people about some diseases so that when we tell them about the signs and symptoms, they'll be able to watch out for these signs and symptoms and go to their medical doctors or their healthcare providers. The videos we play are taken from YouTube, where everybody goes to look for information. They are not ours. So with this, I just want people to know that all we're doing here is raising awareness of these diseases, because not all of our people can go on YouTube and access the information. Thank you very much for watching us, and please continue to watch us, because you will learn how to take care of yourself, because health is wealth.
So that we go live good tomorrow when we die. Oh. But now you see things they done, they change. Power struggle, don't